Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? And yes, welcome to All the Mods 9. You might notice that we have a bit of resources. Well, there is a short version. And there was also meant to be a longer version, but I haven't been playing that long, maybe 3 or 4 hours. That's it. But I can provide you with a few highlights of my interactions with villagers. I know, it was a random act of kindness. This mod pack seems to be really fun because there is a nice combination of magic mods as well as tech mods. And yes, for some reason we have GregTech. And considering the fact that everything seems to have gone through an update, we're gonna start with magic. Especially 3 of my favorites, Eidolon, Botania and Ars Nouveau. And no, don't argue with my French accent, je ne parle pas français. Ever. But now, let us get started. And yes, we do have a backpack, which is amazing. Botania was literally added this morning when I have done a ton of exploration. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a ton of purple dye, and we just make floral fertilizer. We want flowers. We want red, brown, and light grey. Oh, and yes, most importantly, some white. We don't have access to a ton of bone meal, but what we're going to do is that we're going to plant some of the petals, grow tall flowers, harvest them. In the recent version, you don't need shears, which is amazing. And essentially, we're just gonna dupe the flowers. Okay, so we have used pure daisies in order to convert wood into living wood and stone into living rock. We also have a very small mana generation setup, a dropper into an open crate on a pressure plate with a few endo flames, 10 of them to be exact. And basically what I want from this is a teeny tiny bit of mana so that I can make a sojourner's stash. That's all I want. For those of you who are a bit poor like me and don't have much resources, you don't have to waste redstone or glowstone in order to make mana powder. You just need dyes. And for those of you who are wealthy, well, ignore my comment. We have everything we need in order to make a Sojourner's Sash. And I also want to make the Pyroclast Pendant because it gives you fire resistance. It does require 1 slime ball and I got them from snails. I think we have more, yeah. And yes, the next thing that we're going to focus on is going to be inventory management. Lovely. I think there's going to be a harvest moon. Everything looks blue. Oh yeah. Blue moon. That means there's also going to be a blood moon and I'm not really looking forward to that. Anywho, 1 mana tablet and 1 beautifully crafted band of mana. So if we change you, yeah, we do have a decent supply of mana. We can charge our band. That's probably more than enough. Yeah, so now we're running faster, we have step assist and we can jump higher. And most importantly, if we catch on fire, the fire is going to be put out, thanks to the pendant. It's very useful in the nether because I had so many close calls. Now that we have some food and we can run really fast, let us go on a very small adventure. If we manage to find 4 ender pearls, which I think we have, yes. So here is a warp stone. I have already found a few waystones, so we should be able to teleport back home. Basically, one of the things that I really want to try and find is some mangrove. Yeah, we can find it, and can we also teleport? Oh. That is disabled. 800 blocks away. It's fine, we can run really fast, who cares? Well, that is the mangrove swamp, and I think this is from Ad Astra. The meteor, not the swamp. Well, last one was made out of coal, this one is garbage. Well, there is a chest. Moon sand. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back from adventuring, and we have a few goodies. I also killed an illager and he gave me the Mage Hunter. I don't really know much about that mod, but we also got a poison ward ring. Grants poison immunity. So, I can eat poison. Yes? Amazing. Anyways, now that we got some mangrove, which is going to be used for building, it's time to continue with our magical journey. And since we want to be productive and a bit efficient, let us start with Ars Nouveau. The gist of it is we need to have some source, and there you go, we do have a few imbuement chambers. In the recent version of Ars Nouveau, you cannot find the source gem as an ore, so what you need to do is that you need to convert lapis. You know, you just put it inside an imbuement chamber, and you will get source gem. You can also use amethyst, you can also use blocks of amethyst, which is way better. And a teeny tiny bit slower. And whenever you're poor like me, you don't have that many options for generating source. So we're going to use a mycelial source link. What does it do? You give it food, it consumes it, and it generates a teeny tiny bit of source. Source berries do have a bonus, so we're going to use that. And yes, I have been planning this for a while. Look at all the berries. It's just that I really need to have a magnet. I keep stepping on the bushes. But there is a very cheap magnet, and again, very cheap to upgrade. Now that we have some source, which is not amazing, it's actually 90% full, let's focus on the inventory management first. What I have done is that I have made an arcane core, 3 pedestals, and 1 enchanting apparatus which goes on top. And what we want to be able to craft is going to be the domination wand. If you are patient for a moment, you will see what I'm going to do. Don't you worry. Stick goes in the middle. I love the animation. It's so amazing. Woo! You scared me. Well, give me my domination wand, and I'm gonna dominate you. It takes ages to dominate him, but he will be dominated. Yes, would be funny if llamas killed me. That was a quest, for some reason. Also, I have just gone around the map and I have harvested most of the archwood trees that we had. There is a mod which also replants the saplings, I don't know which mod it is, so this is why we got some of them back. Basically what we want to do is that we want to have the ritual of awakening. And since this is a new mechanic and unfortunately my worn notebook no longer works because of a bug, I have to do the first one on my own. We don't want boo-boos. But basically what we need to do is that we need to have a ritual brazier. We just right click with a tablet, the awakening, then we should be able to add a book and quill, and then just shift and right click. Yes, okay, there's hardcore darkness. We need to sleep. This, ladies and gentlemen, is called a bookworm charm. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we want. The storage lectern. I stole a lectern, yes. I always forget how to make a lectern, but it's fine. What we need is 4 chests and lectern in the middle. Don't you just love the animation? It's so nice. But there you go. This is called the storage lectern, and the way that it works is that we need to make something called a repository. You can also use normal chests, but this one is also fine. Why the hell not? We can have 3 of them. They're like bookshelves. So at this very moment, if you right click on the storage lectern, you might notice that yes, it does have a GUI, but you can't put anything inside. That is because there are 0 connected inventories and 0 bookworms. So we shall have our bookworm, like so, and we use the domination wand in order to connect the inventories. Now we have 2, and now we have 3. And now we should be able to dump the garbage inside. Yes, we have storage. It's not AE2, but it's fine. Can I empty the chests? And the best part is that everything is stored as books. Look, it's amazing. Now that we have storage, it's time to think of a shelter. And I was thinking maybe we can have our starter base on top of this mountain. It does have a nice view, I like it. But before doing that, I have to go and gather some resources because we are extremely poor. And since we are extremely poor, we're also going to be efficient. We're going to make 2 stupid hammers. There's a lag spike every time that you get an advancement. Yeah. I don't know why. And the hammer is going to allow us to do some ore dabbling. Very important in early game. Anyways, I'll go do some mining and I'll be right back. This is my mining hole, by the way, with a very fancy water elevator. Whoops. Hello. You know, I just came back from mining, I gathered resources, I'm processing some resources, and then I had a genius thought. I found an enchantment table in a loot chest and we already had the bookshelf, so maybe you should enchant stuff? I should have probably done that before going mining, but it's fine, I'm a genius. Unbreaking is nice. Also, didn't I have more diamonds? Oh, I do. No idea what I did with the rest of my diamonds. Oh, here. A level 30 enchant and you get nature's mend. What a jerk. Yeah, I don't understand that we're short on levels, but don't you worry, we have pages. That should give me some experience. 5 levels, lovely. And I do have some petrified orbs. What the heck is XP boost? No fortune. Okay, so a very interesting development. I got a pick which has fortune 2 and auto smelt. I thought it's going to be garbage, but if I harvest this copper, see what happens. Well, we got 7. Last time I got 15. 6 more? Maybe I had some on me. No, I got 8. Interesting. But since we have extreme reactors, I cannot use it on coal because I think we will get graphite. Yeah, it is perfectly fine. We have 2 more diamond picks. We shall mix and match them. Maybe the other way. Yep, that will give us fortune 2 on breaking 4 and efficiency 5. And I also have 2 swords, which is really not gonna happen. Okay, but at least can we repair the normal pick? Yeah. Until I get mending. Well, before doing some building, I thought maybe I should gather some experience, and then I found a dungeon with a zombie spawner. And yes, I'm aware that there are so many spawners in the world, but I technically broke almost every single one of them. But this one should be fine, we just need to block it a bit. Oh, look at all those goodies. We will take it later on, it's just that I need to do a little bit of eidolon. I want to make some soul shards and, well, that is the recipe. So, 2 redstone, 1 bone meal, and voila, get crystallized. Lovely. Oh, we got 10. Maybe I should remove the torch. Yeah, you guys get the gist. I have to do this for a while. I know what you're thinking. This is such an amazing starter house which no one can beat. It's made out of dirt. It even has a birch door. We have a loo and we have a bed. And it's always nice to have your bed next to the loo. No, not really. This is not our starter base. This one is our starter base. This one is just called lowering your expectations so that you don't expect anything from a person who's garbage at building. I saw a screenshot of a starter base on Pinterest and he was using lecterns as fences, which I really liked. But most of the design I had to change because it was not really practical. On the ground floor we do have a very small room, which probably I'm just going to use it as a kitchen with a small warehouse. On the second floor, which we can use water elevators to travel to, we're going to have our main storage. And we do have 2 balconies on each side. So I don't really think the lectern has to have a direct line of sight to the repositories, so something like this should work, right? Yes. First the bookworm. I don't know how many of them can they support. Probably it's just gonna be 8, right? We will see. I have transferred everything that we had up here and we have filled in 7 of the repositories. But my biggest problem at this very moment is food and we need to start solving it. But before solving it, well, I need to cook the food. Can we go to emerald? Yes. Oh, obsidian is better than emerald. Didn't know that. Oh, blaze rods. Never mind. We go with the emerald. At this very moment what I'm doing is that I do have a few chickens in a pit, I'm getting their eggs, I'm cooking those eggs, and I'm just making egg sandwiches. We need more protein. Obviously we would be able to just have an animal pit, but I was thinking we just go with the Ars Nouveau because it's much more fun. And besides it's going to be much more compact. But first things first, we need to generate some source, and for that we're going to need some starbuncles. Which as long as you have starbuncle shards, that's extremely cheap. I found these in dungeons. But you can also give a gold nugget to a starbuncle. Lovely. In Ars Nouveau, starbuncles have a very neat functionality. Well, obviously you can use them as pipes, but they will also harvest the source berries and deposit them into a chest. So if I have a starbuncle here, select him with the domination wand, and select the chest, see what happens. Well, if I turn my magnet off, he's gonna harvest the berries and he's going to deposit them into the chest. Which is also good to know that it doesn't really have to be on the same level. What we're doing is that we're going to try and automate the production of source. If I have trapdoors, will you have problems? No, he can climb anything. We want it to be neat and clean. Besides, I hate berries. Hey you, come with me. I want my shard. Thank you. Not the shard, I meant the charm. Now that we know how everything works, here is the result. We have 4 patches of source berries, 2 starbuncles, and a few barrels. One of the good things about the starbuncle is that you can dye them. And of course, they're going to be purple. You can also name them. One of them is going to be called Ro, and the other one is Tizona. Ouch. And to be honest with you, they're actually being very productive. Now that we have the berries automated, it's time to take care of the source. And since we want to be fancy, we're going to have some pipes, and of course a wrench, which we are going to use in order to extract the berries from the barrels, like so, and bring it to a pedestal. Lovely. And for the moment this, ladies and gentlemen, is our source automation. For making our farm operational, we're going to need a few drigmies. There was one over there, yes, he's still there. In order to get the shard, we just need to drop a horn of the wilden. Exactly. The problem is that I don't remember seeing any more. It is perfectly fine, one will do. The shard on its own is not going to be useful, so we need to have an apple, 3 source gems, 1 seed, which I was planning to trash, 1 carrot, and 1 fish. The shard goes in, and voila, we have the Drigmy charm. These guys are going to tend to our animals, but they do require a few things. One of them is that they obviously require some source, and I don't think they need to have a direct line of sight. Secondly, they're going to need a barrel, a mossy cobblestone, and then you just right click. And something should happen, yes. He has been summoned. And of course he shall be named Papa Felix, Father of Darkness. But that is basically our entire automation. Now we need the stupid mobs. And for that we need to make some containment jars and perform the ritual of containment, which does require manipulation essence. Manipulation essence does require the imbuement chamber. It does not require source, but it's going to be way faster if you provide it with source. And yeah, the source has to be a bit closer. Lovely. I kind of forgot that it doesn't really consume these things. You just need the source gem. We do have 2 sheep, we have a ritual brazier, we're going to have 2 containment jars, and 1 tablet of containment. We just activate it. Go into the jars. Lovely. And even though I had a source jar on me, apparently it doesn't require any source. Now, if we place down the jars over here like so, Papa Felix is going to attend to them. And we're going to get the loot inside this barrel. I go find some cows. Again, we have 2 cows, the ritual, and voila. Go in the jars. Thank you. Technically speaking, we should be able to milk the cows like this as well, but I have also brought jars, so that we can get milk from cooking for blockheads. You know, I thought it's going to be easier if we have a kitchen. Hey you, you're going to be jarred. So I think we have to put the jar, bring him above it, and then drop an anvil? Yeah. Exactly, we have a cow in a jar. It's just that I really want to have 2 of them. Come on. Lovely. Alright guys, it's been actually a few hours later and I did go on a very long exploration. I found a new continent and yes, there is a waypoint. There was just a stupid village, I renamed the waypoint to a jungle village. Nothing very interesting happened, but I did manage to find more drugmies and they're inside. Now in total we have 3 of them. And well, they're decently productive, and remember I wasn't actually here, but we are going to name them Mr. World Shaper and Charlie. And unfortunately today we're not really going to finish this building because I'm not really sure if I want to have storage on the side or I don't know, a kitchen on top or whatever. So for today it's going to remain like this, and besides I'm really lazy to get the material that we need in order to make the roof. The roof is made out of polished wood from Eidolon. That's why we needed the soul shards. Anyways, before we wrap up today's episode, there are a few things that I want to do. One of them is that I really want to try and get a Terra shatterer. My band of mana is full, so that should be 1 Terra steel, and the mana pool is half full, so 2 Terra steels? We just need 2 more, that's it. Which does mean I either have to find a new coal meteor or burn something else as fuel. We are going to worry about it once we get there, and yes, we also need pearls. A girl's best friend. Now, hello? Savannah Enderman, do you drop anything? I should have brought my sword. Horrible move. Come on. Yes. Well, I got a pearl. So that should be the rune of mana, and I forgot living rock. And yeah, do you see what I'm talking about? There is hardcore darkness. It's really difficult to see. Anywho, the rune of mana, the terrestrial plate. It's actually a very good habit when you make all the runes at the same time. This is the altar that we need. Now we need some sparks. There is a very high chance that I don't have any blaze rods, so I thought we'd come to the nether and try not to die in the process. Oh, you get loot. Everything is amazing. Also, I have just realized that this nether fortress is in a soul sand valley. And this is modded Minecraft with Ender IO and Apotheosis, so I don't know why that really matters. Because yeah, we can spawn any mob that we want, who cares? What kind of stupid fortress are you? Holy, look at the size of this thing. There is a hallway with a hand crank. Oh, it moves the gate. That's how you open it. Horrible idea, horrible idea. There are tons of mobs. Oh, we didn't have to break the gate. Oops, maybe we did. I have already killed 10 wither skeletons. That's a good number. Oh nice, if you come up here, you will hit the jackpot. Maybe not. Yeah, another trident. Whoops. There is a blood moon. That's gonna be extremely helpful. I'm joking, of course not. That means I can't literally do anything for the next like 10 minutes. It's just that I don't see any mobs. I stand corrected. They're everywhere. Well, the blood moon is over and we have a wandering trader. Actually, wait a minute. Take number 2. Well, the blood moon is over and there were no wandering traders. And what we're going to do is that we're going to start making our first Terra steel ingot. I'm actually pretty happy with this. The recipe is the same, right? Yeah. Amazing. Dancer in the dark. I am darkness, but I can assure you I don't dance. In none of the parallel universes. But now that I have used my band of mana, we should be able to have 1 more ingot. Lovely. And I guess for the rest I have to go mining. We need coal. I have done a ton of mining, and yes, we are extremely poor, so I even brought back the cobblestone. We probably just don't need the garbage, like diorite. This guy has been running for a while, and I guess we would be able to make another ingot. After this, there's only 1 left. Well, technically speaking, I do have a bit of mana in my band. I don't think that's going to be enough, is it? We drop it. No, it's not gonna be enough. We can wait a few minutes. I have a few things to prepare. For example, one of the things that we need a lot in Ars Nouveau is going to be the Mage Bloom seed. Well, technically we need the flower, but you need to craft the seed. That is an enchantment apparatus, and do you require any mana? No. Well, thank you. We should probably also take the hopper. Because one of the important things that we have in this mod pack is botany pots, and we are going to make a hopping version. I don't really know, do hopping bonsai pots make noises? Because if they don't, we can just put them up here on the balcony. It's growing. I guess for the moment, another useful thing that we can make is a novice spellbook. This is from Ars Nouveau. Oh, come on. Lag spike. It's with every single achievement. Oh, that unlocked a lot. Okay. I'm not really sure, but can we upgrade it? Yes. The next one is not really gonna happen anytime soon. I don't really want to fight the wither this episode. We'll leave it for next one. If I'm not wrong, yeah, we also need to have something called the scribe's table, so that we would be able to make spells. And for today, what I just want is the conjure light. That's actually the only spell that I want. It's a tier 1. It's fine. It's cheap to make. We just right click with the book on the table, we go to tier 1, and we just want light. Select. So it is telling us that it wants a torch and a lantern. That was the torch, and here is a lantern. I just love this mod. It's amazing. And of course, if we right click, we will learn it. So we want touch, mage light. Obviously, we want it to be purple. And I don't know, we just call it light. Why is it invalid? Okay, it didn't save it last time, but it does work. Ars Nouveau has also gone through an update, so we do get different types of skunks. This one is purple. Why not? We roll with that. Can't really place it on the skunk. Okay, there is a bug. It works with gold, not with that one. At least this is a bit more fancy than a torch. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, our supply of mana has been replenished, so let us make the final ingot. And we're pretty much out of coal. This was full, even the chests. Thank you. I have been doing a bit of Eidolon, but this is a crafting table anyways. We need a mana tablet, and voila, a Terra shatterer. I prefer the old texture, but this is fine. So as you guys probably know, this is an amazing pick. It also does an area mining, and well, if we get the Ring of Thor, I think, this is going to be like super crazy. Another very important perk is that it doesn't really require mending, it repairs itself with mana. However, I do need to enchant it. Come on. Yes, I have knowledge. It flows within me. I look more wisdomous. But we would be able to get more experience from the quests. But I have done a bunch. Oops. I have done a lot. And I don't have storage. I don't even know what half of these are. Beehive! Yes, I needed that. Well, minus the small boo-boo, we have 47 levels. Auto smelt efficiency. Come on, don't be a jerk. You're a jerk. There was a bookshelf. I forgot its name. Yeah, the Shelf of Masterful Sight, which is really not gonna happen anytime soon. This does guarantee that we will get more enchantments, but yeah, it's expensive. That's good. But I want fortune. Haven't been successful. I don't want XP boost. Nobody does. Oh, come on, this is not fair. Fortune 3? Oh my goodness. Finally. I don't care about the XP boost. Also, if I'm not wrong, yeah, we do have Ender IO. So technically speaking, we should be able to make an enchanter and never ever do this again. And it's cheap. But we will leave technology for next episode. Not today. Oh, and by the way, Terra Shatterer is not really necessary in this mod pack, but I thought it's just gonna be fun. For me, not for you. Anywho, I just figured out I'm a bit of an idiot. Because if you look at the recipe of, for example, Unbreaking, well, you can use Ars Nouveau, which is not that bad. And yes, we have milk. 32 buckets! Holy! So this process of making an enchanted book with Ars Nouveau is a teeny tiny bit more complicated than Ender IO because you have to do it in stages. And that is something that I did not pay attention to. But in any case, in order to make Unbreaking, we are going to need a block of lapis, a lot of source gems, a diamond, and the essence. Oh, and yes, more source. So here's the problem. This is Unbreaking 1. Now I need to make Unbreaking 2. And I guess you guys get the gist. It's fine. Magic is fun. For me. You see? Just like that, Unbreaking 2. The rest of the garbage that you see on me is for efficiency. Well, now that we have an amazing pick, I thought to myself, let us do a bit of mining. I'm in dire need of redstone. Well, also coal, iron, and a lot more other resources. What the hell? Oh, I have reached my own base. Okay, apotheosis boss. 90 health and 0 health. Letter. Jerk. And yes, there are redstone veins from GregTech over there, but I'm not really gonna touch anything from GregTech at this very moment until we get some sort of an infrastructure. Cause otherwise I think it's just a waste. Another boss. Worker exploitation. I like that. So the reason that we wanted some redstone is that I wanted to make some arcane gold from Eidolon. So it's 2 redstone and 1 shard. We wait. Come on. Now we drop the gold. No? I messed it up. Maybe I had to wait. Yeah, you just have to wait. That's it. So the thing is, now that we have access to soul shards, there is also an enchantment mechanic from Eidolon, which we are going to use. It's called a soul enchanter. So the question is, no, we cannot shift click. I have to remember the recipe, which considering my garbage memory, that's really not gonna happen. Now, what's the difference? Well, at least this time it does keep the ingredients. Yes, soul enchanter. So this one is actually kind of fun because you put your item inside, you add soul shards, and you can improve some of your enchantments. Ores may be found when mining stone. Why not? Unbreaking 4, efficiency 6, Unbreaking 5, why not? Soulbound, efficiency 7, fortune 4, that was totally worth it. Hello? Don't you worry, you're safe here, with me. I have to make a very small cut. I think he went away. He didn't like our home. So we do have some experience. Let's see how it goes. Fortune 5. A crazy amount of efficiency is not great, right? Efficiency 9. So you insta-mine everything. I can't really find anything to complain about, other than the fact that I don't have any experience left. This reminds me, we should do the tombstone mod. I thought this gives you night vision. Oops. We had a teeny tiny bit more experience in our system. It's not a system, the lectern. Maybe we should upgrade the sword. So knowledge of ages, not good. Severing increases the chance of reliquary drops. That's useful. Scavenger, I think it was good. Looting 1. Finally. Well, this should be a decent sword now with all the looting. It's just that it doesn't do that much damage. What's wrong with everyone? Oh, there's a boss. Okay, I'm actually lucky that he's stuck. In the realm of bad ideas, when you're short on experience, this could be one of the worst. We just run. A bit. And then I think that should be okay. Yeah. As long as there's no gas, I should be fine. I was trying to have some fun with my new sword and, well, it didn't go so well. That is perfectly fine. Our knowledge of death has increased. By the way, who the hell did kill me? Necromancer. I got so many enchantments on my stupid sword that you can't see all of them. Damage isn't great, and I'm blind in hardcore darkness. Okay, let us skip the night. Just as an FYI note, this is how it works during the day. Darkness 2. I like that. Anywho, let us move on. It is our tradition that whenever we have the tombstones mod, I'm going to make a graveyard for you guys. Well, at least I thought this is our tradition. I'm not really sure. Even though I love graves, this is not just for aesthetics, it's actually useful. The first tomb is going to be for Mr. Melonhead. Who's this guy? I know. I don't know too. And the other one is Fluffy Man. I just checked the last 2 replies, that's it. At this very moment, we don't really have a graveyard, so I'm going to bury you here. And I shall pray to your souls. Whenever you get a soul, it should be floating around. One of the things that I'm missing in order to make extra graves is the essence of death, and we can ponder. What? Okay, it comes from the undead. We already knew that. But by upgrading our treasure seeker perk, we should be able to have better chances of obtaining them. I can also get Shadow Walker. Reduces range detection. Why not? Oh, and by the way that you will level up is that you need to finish the advancements. And there is so many of them. My favorite one is this one. Kill a villager, kill 10, kill 50. We will do that. Off camera. It's frowned upon. Until I get some sort of a quarry or automated resource generation, resources are going to be a problem. So I have been thinking, why not go to the Twilight Forest? You know, you do have the hollow hills, so why the hell not? Yes, the flask goes in first. It doesn't really matter where we're going to set up the portal to the Twilight Forest, because later on we're just going to have a waypoint. And I'm sorry, it's not very symmetrical, but this will do. Yep. Oh, nice. We have lag. It's the Twilight Forest. That's natural. Oh, come on. Why would you spawn me here? We're not supposed to be here. Walking food. Wait. Thank you. Well, we do have Spice of Life Carrot Edition and, well, you know, I love hearts. That is the magical forest and that is an extremely lucky find. We can find the goat. Did they remove the hollow hills? Oh no, there's one over there. Oh my goodness, that's a big one. Relatively. Oops. Fell down. We're good. We just have to kill everyone. I do have an enchantment on my sword which plagues people. Unfortunately, when they touch me, I also get the same plague. So it's not very good. Really not good. It's fine. With the tombstones mod, we should be able to remove it. But yeah, this is the jackpot. Look at the crazy amount of ores. Okay, I do have a feeling that I killed everyone. Just ignore the red dots on the map. Oh, and by the way, I did manage to upgrade my pickaxe and now we have Fortune 7. Amazing. Also, the Boon of Earth gives you actual ores. Because I don't have Silk Touch. Interesting. Look at all that coal. This is crazy. And yeah, you might notice that we're out of mana and the Terra shatterer is taking damage. But it should be fine. Because once we get some mana, it would be repaired. And yes, this is why we have Unbreaking on it. Alright guys, it's been maybe an hour and a half later and yeah, that seems to be correct. We have tons of resources and we have tons of mana. And I thought to myself, before we wrap up today's episode, I might try to explain to you what is the plan for this series. Well, as some of you already know, we do have GregTech, which I think in 1.20 is going to be extremely laggy. And we have so many other mods and so many other machines that we have to play with. Thankfully, we also have Railcraft, which has been updated to 1.20. Luckily, this biome that we have spawned in is 1000 blocks long and 500 blocks wide. So we are going to have different bases for different mods. For example, this place is going to be our farming and magical area. Around 500 blocks away, we will have a base for GregTech. Maybe 500 blocks that way, which is the east, we are also going to have an extra base for dark magic. And I don't know, maybe to the north, we're going to have a base for rockets. Cause yeah, we do have Ad Astra. Well, unlike last time which we started the game and there was no old mod star, this time there is, and the recipe is not amazing. Hence we will have a lot of bases and all of them are going to be connected using Railcraft. And yeah, there's also a Steam and Rails update for Create, but I don't think we're going to use that one. Because Create is very laggy, it's too big, and it's very inefficient. For modded Minecraft, for vanilla it's fine. So now that you know the plan, let me know if you're okay with that. Otherwise, I think it's a good time to wrap up today's episode, and I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.